All right. I have something in my eye. I have a cat hair in my eye, which is not surprising. But let's get started anyway. I promise I'm not crying. I just have something. My contact is messing with me. Did that help? I think that might help. Okay, so hello. Welcome. I will probably edit this into a video. Welcome, welcome. I'm doing all signs because Virgo is entering, or sorry, the sun is entering Virgo. It's about to hit midnight. I don't know if that's, yeah, that doesn't matter. I don't know the exact time that the sun is entering Virgo, but I just thought it would be a good time to do an all signs reading. So we're going to start at the top. We're going to start with Aries, and we're answering these two questions. What truth is becoming impossible to ignore? Okay. Hopefully the sound is okay. Let's see. I was trying to adjust my microphone so it's actually pointing at me because the shotgun microphone. Let's see. Hello. Can you hear me okay? Hi, Regis. Hi, yeah, I'm fairly new channel. Can you guys hear me okay? My mic is a shotgun mic and I don't really have a stand. So hopefully it's... No, I'm about to start. You got here right at the beginning. I'm about to start, and the two questions I'm answering for each sign, and I'm starting at Aries, is what truth is becoming impossible to ignore, and what conversation needs to happen. Okay, so I'm trying to spend like maybe 10 minutes per sign. The clock just struck midnight, so I'm gonna try. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm gonna try to keep these brief, okay? I'm gonna be here for a while, so buckle in. I don't have any moderators, so if there's trolls, just ignore them. Yeah, it's Eastern time zone. I'm in Indiana, if you're curious. My name is Helen, by the way, and this is my first time doing an all signs reading. Okay, so please be gentle, because like, I might get exhausted. I might also go over time, like depending on if I like a sign or not. Because of course, every reader has, you know, biases towards certain signs. But I'm gonna try to be impartial, guys. I am channeling spirit. Let me just say a little prayer. So, ancestors, guides, spirit, please look over these messages for the collective, for each individual sign, with the utmost care, and provide them messages for their highest good in relation to their romantic endeavors while the sun is in Virgo, because that's the topic of this, okay? Aw, thank you so much. All right, so I prayed up. I was gonna burn some, I don't know if my cat will like it much, but I'm gonna burn some sage because that just helps me get my head on. Clears the negative energies. My cat did get in a fight with like a cat that I recently saved. I brought in from outside. He was dying. She doesn't like him, but I'm gonna try to get them to like each other. But there's some negative energy, okay? There was a literal cat fight in this room, so I'm clearing it, okay? white sage specifically. My cat's probably gonna be like, what is that? She's hanging out. She likes to sit on my table. Okay, okay. All that cat fight is gone now. She's like, what? There you go. Okay. Now for real, let's get started. So Aries. Aries, what truth is becoming impossible to ignore in your connection? Okay, let's get some cards out. You've been resting. You've been stressing, Aries. Ooh, you might be dwelling on your own sorrow. You might be romanticizing sorrow. You might be dwelling in bed over this connection. You might be crying. The Nine of Swords. So what conversation needs to happen? What conversation needs to happen between you and your loved one? Pisces will come at the end. I'm just doing it in order. Ooh, you need to talk about money, Aries. Y'all have been putting off talking about money. Okay, let's get a couple more cards for the conversation that needs to happen, Spirit, please. Thank you. Aries, please. Ooh, I think you might have a sugar mama, Aries, or you are the sugar mama, Aries, with the Queen of Pentacles. It doesn't have to be gendered. So you could be a sugar daddy, or like you have a sugar daddy. This reading is not for kids, by the way. Just want to make that clear. There might be sexual themes in this. So if that offends you, probably you should click off. So there's someone that's taking care of you, Aries, and they want to talk about spending. They want to understand, like, why you haven't been pulling your weight. Or you need to talk to someone about why they're not pulling their weight. Okay? When it comes to, like, bringing in resources, bringing in money. What other messages for Aries? Just anything. Any messages for Aries? I just saw the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Aries, you haven't been looking for opportunities, but the universe is saying there are opportunities. And, like, the reality is you need to get out of bed. You need to get out of bed and you need to stop dwelling in the past and see the opportunities, because the universe is saying, or Spirit is saying, the opportunities are there, but if you're in bed, you're not going to see them. Okay? So, like, if you haven't been able to find work, or if you've been struggling to bring in financial abundance for yourself, this might be the problem, right? You can't avoid going out into the world. You actually have to go meet people in order to find opportunities. Okay? So I don't think that was 10 minutes at all, but that's okay. Maybe this won't be a very long live. Please like, by the way, and subscribe if you're new. Yeah, this is going to be a wake-up call reading, so get ready, buckle in. Alright. I think I'm moving on now. I think Aries heard what they need to hear. Something isn't working out for you, Aries, with the romantic connection, and it might be about finances. I think it is. Because those opportunities are there, Okay, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse means that you're not looking. But if you look, you'll find them. Okay. All right, Aries done. We're on Taurus. All right, Spirit. The prayer earlier applies to this reading as well. What does Taurus need to know? What truth is becoming impossible to ignore in this connection? Okay, the sun is entering Virgo along with Mercury. So that's about conversations that need to happen. So yeah, what conversation also needs to happen in this connection? Taurus. Taurus got Queen of Cups. So there might be a water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You might have water in your chart, but the Queen of Cups energetically is about knowing when to emote and having enough emotional stability to manage one's own regulatory needs, right? It's like the anti-codependency card in my book. Okay. So what's this about? This truth becoming impossible to ignore, Taurus. Eight of Swords. Okay, so one of you, with the Queen of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords, one of you is acting as if you're not able to regulate your emotions by yourself. One of you is like pleading to the other, like, please regulate my emotions, please. I can't do it. And there's a party here that is like, no, you can do it. Like, you're victimizing yourself. Like, you can regulate yourself. Okay. So that's becoming impossible to ignore for your connection. Yeah, clearly they want to talk about this, or you want to talk about this. But Spirit wants you to know, Taurus, like, it's okay to rely on other people for your emotional comforts. Two of Swords, I just wanted to look at that. But I feel like you have, because of this Two of Swords, you have a cognitive dissonance, okay, about it. You like, this push and pull. You're like, should I, shouldn't I ask for help? Should I ask for help? It's okay to ask for help. It's not okay to always rely on someone to emotionally regulate you, right? Like, if you're going to ask for help, make sure you've already done the emotional regulation first, okay? And then reach out for help, right? Because it's important to be kind to other people and not make them feel like you're just like using them, right? And that might be hard for Taurus to hear. Or somebody might be like, I think Taurus has this issue actually because they're very homey. They have other people using them for emotional comfort. And like, they can get wrapped up in this like romantic struggle with people thinking, well, you're the one who's like stable. You're the one who knows what like makes a good life, right? The Queen of Cups. So like, you gotta help me, but you need to communicate. You can't ignore the fact that somebody's just like walking into your house with like muddy shoes, you know, and just like leaving a mess every time they come. Every time they hang out with you, they just like totally disregard your space, you know? They just don't care. So this could be you or this could be them, right? You should be aware of how you're interacting with other people emotionally. And other people with Taurus needs to understand that their space, hello, a Taurus with their space is an extension of their emotional well-being. Like, a Taurus needs their space to be as well put together as possible in order to feel regulated. Like, that's extremely important. So, yeah, you get me. So what conversation needs to happen between you and this person? Whether you're the person who is, please like and subscribe if you haven't. Thank you for being here. You guys are awesome. Oh, great. I love lovely Taurus. I love Taurus. It's my sidereal sun sign, actually, because I'm on the cusp. So, what conversation needs to happen? What conversation needs to happen with this connection? This is a love reading, just a reminder. Welcome, new people. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Helen, and I am on Taurus currently. We're doing the second question for them. What conversation needs to happen? No jumpers yet. I might just pull a few if no jumpers come out. What conversation needs to happen for Taurus, please? Ooh. Have you guys not talked about something that happened? It's like an elephant in the room. Like, did someone... Oh, I just got chills. Did somebody break your Nana's ashes vase? Like, that's what I'm getting. Like Grandma's ashes spilled all over the kitchen. And they haven't talked about it. Oh. Holy crap. Like, Taurus, you gotta bring it up, okay? Whatever happened. Oh, man. Yeah, the urn. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. Jesus Rodriguez. Thank you. So what about this? What is this? Tower. This is really, really dramatic. You also have the Ace of Pentacles, but it's upright. Aries got it in reverse. Is somebody moving and like it's disrupting Taurus's peace? I feel like maybe it's Taurus who is relying on someone else for emotional comfort, and it's like they just got a job offer that's like overseas, and Taurus is like, I ain't moving overseas. You know? Or you got a job offer that's overseas and you're just like, oh wow. Yeah, please do visit your grandma's grave. It's important to pay respects to your ancestors. Yeah, Taurus, you don't want to move. Like you've gotten a job offer or some sort of offer. Someone proposed, and you're just like, whoa. And that's the conversation that needs to happen. Like, maybe you're just like, I'm not answering. Like, Taurus, when offered things, they need time. You can't pressure a Taurus. The more you pressure a Taurus, the more time they will need to give you an answer. It's just how it is. So yeah, if you understand the Taurus sign, you wouldn't pressure them. So maybe the person who did offer you something, Taurus, who disrupted you in some way, is sitting in this, right? You can't ignore it. They're sitting in this like, I feel emotionally trapped in the fact that like Taurus hasn't communicated this to me, hasn't given me an answer. So like while the sun is in Virgo, Taurus, like you're gonna need to give them an answer. Like that's a conversation that must happen. So hopefully that was helpful. Or, you know, they need to talk to you about this. So moving on to I am not keeping track of time, guys. I'm just trying to do the best I can with like 4-card pulls, you know, and just yap a bit until I feel like, okay, spirit, like that's enough for 4 cards. All right, 2 cards each question. Taurus is a narcissist. You know what? Taurus just doesn't like to be pressured or coerced. Okay? Nobody's a narcissist. We're not diagnosing here. Okay? We're moving on to Gemini. Gemini. Welcome. Okay? Gemini. The sun is entering Virgo. I don't know exactly what time, but I was looking at astroseek.com and it told me Mercury was also entering Virgo around the same time. So, Gemini. What truth is becoming impossible to ignore? And the second question we'll be answering is, what conversation needs to happen while the sun is in Virgo? Okay? About your relationship. So you have the 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups. Let's get one more card, please, Spirit. Thank you. Ooh, 4 of Cups is definitely giving no contact. She's like, I'm good. So you got the Tower as well with the 9 of Cups. Gemini with the 4 of Cups. Dude, I hate to break to you, Evan or Eva, but she's fine without you. Okay, you can't ignore that. Okay, so you gotta address that. You can't ignore that. Okay, so somebody is doing fine alone. Somebody has enough cups or wherewithal to like manage their life alone, and this is like disrupting you. You're just like, where'd you go? You're the cup. And if you're not the one who's like being abandoned, you're like, I'm okay. Like I don't really want your cup anymore, and it disrupted their vibe. Okay, they cannot ignore it anymore. They're very satisfied with the 9 of Cups. They don't, or you don't want anything to do with it. You're just like, nope, I've had enough. You can't ignore it, Gemini. Somebody's had enough of something. Yeah. Or honestly, it's given mutual. Like it's given mutual. Like you're both mutually like going your separate ways. Like you can't ignore that. So is there a conversation that needs to happen, Spirit? Just fluff my hair a bit. Is there a conversation? Oh, thank you so much for subbing. Is there a conversation that needs to happen between these two people? Spirit, what conversation needs to happen with Gemini and this person that is not into the connection with the 4 of Cups? Hi, kitty. Hi, kitty. Okay, so what the 10 of Cups is fulfillment. It's the ultimate culmination of fulfillment. It's emotional satisfaction. Okay? So you need to talk about what would satisfy you, what you want in a connection with this person, and just see if you are in alignment. Because if you're not, then it shouldn't be that painful to go your separate ways. I hate to say that, you know. Gemini is known as pretty cold, but they're also just truth tellers. Okay, like Gemini we just tell it like it is. We don't sugarcoat it. Knight of Pentacles. Somebody's moving away. Maybe they're coming back to get some more stuff. Or you have to go back to get some stuff. Because you're like in the process of like separating from somebody. I don't know what you're talking about, Jesus or Jesus. So you have the Page of Swords in reverse. They're not interested. Like, you're not interested or they're not interested. Okay? I'm reading this intuitively. This could also be like somebody did already look at your personal life and like kind of snoop on you a bit, and then they stopped. Okay, they pulled away. Like they found out something and then they were like, you know what, actually never mind. You know, like they changed their mind. Somebody changed their mind, and maybe you need to converse about that. Like what, like you need to say like, why did you change your mind? What about that changed? Like, I thought we had an understanding. I thought we understood each other, and like clearly not. Okay, so that's the conversation. I think you have the Two of Cups, so this might be a soulmate or somebody you feel divinely connected towards. It's not necessarily a soulmate, but yeah, it could be a daughter, it could be a niece, nephew, or a godchild, right? You're their godparent. Could be a pet. Maybe a pet keeps running away and you're like, dude, what the fuck? Why do you keep running away? I don't know. Probably not. I just noticed my cat in the background. That's why I said that. But it's probably not. It's probably a person. Alright, Gemini. I do have an affinity for you, but I gotta move on. I hope that was helpful. You need to just gain some clarity about why they changed their mind in the month of the Virgo sun, which I think does go into October a little bit. Doesn't it? Maybe not. Actually, I don't know. I can't remember. I always forget the dates for the signs. I know the order, but I always forget the dates. I don't claim to be an astrologer, okay? I'm a tarot reader, and I read it intuitively. You're welcome, Eva. I do love me some Geminis. I am a Gemini sun and in tropical, and then in sidereal, I'm a Gemini rising. So I'm like, got that Gemini juice, you know? All right. Cancer. And I forgot to mention, this is Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, Mars, whatever placement, North Node, whatever placement makes sense. I should have said that. I don't know why I didn't. But it's not limited. And it's for cross watchers as well. Okay, do I need to moderate? Jesus, do you want to behave in the chat? Or do you want to get booted off my channel? Because I will kick you out. I don't have any mods, but I'm fine with just blocking you from my channel entirely if you don't behave. So, you've had your warning. If I see another comment like that, it's all over. Alright. So, Cancer. Let's be polite in the chat, guys. I know this isn't for kids, but let's not, like, be crude and weird. I don't know. Like, I'm a polite person, okay? So, I never said I was nice, though. I am a Gemini. Alright, Cancer. I'm Cancer rising. You got death. Some scorpionic stuff happening. And this is in regards, hi kitty. This is in regards to what truth is becoming impossible to ignore. Someone in your family may be passing away, and it is affecting your relationship. Like you might be taking care of someone in their dying days. Cancer is a very caring sign. We all know. They're associated with the mother's breast. Okay. Caring, nurturing, giving care. This is why I like tarot reading, right? Because I'm a Cancer rising. This is for Cancer. Cancer. And I am answering what truth is becoming impossible to ignore. And after this question, I'll be answering what conversation needs to happen. And this is in regards to love, okay? Specifically for the sun in Virgo. Like, this is a timely message. No, I'm on Cancer. I'm on Cancer, not Virgo. Okay, so what truth is becoming impossible to ignore? Hey Zeus, why are you such a menace to my channel? Okay, so you got High Priestess. I'm getting annoyed with Jesus. I wish I had a moderator. You got Death and the High Priestess, Cancer. You can't ignore that either a relationship is ending. Someone is actually on their deathbed. Someone might be overdoing it, overworking. They're about to crash out. They're about to burn out. Like, you can't ignore it. Like, the death could be symbolic of, like, somebody's about to croak. And you can intuit that. Because Cancer is highly intuitive. Okay? Okay. So that contextualizes this. If that doesn't resonate, this isn't for you. Sorry. Something in one party's life is about to end. Maybe their career isn't doing so well. Maybe they're about to get fired. Maybe you're about to get fired. You're intuiting something. You can sense it. Okay, so what conversation needs to happen about this ending that you are sensing or intuiting? Oh, that wasn't the High Priestess. What the fuck? So why did I say High Priestess? King of Pentacles. The High Priestess might be important. King of Pentacles. Like, I looked at that card and I was like, oh, it's the High Priestess. What the fuck? That is not the High Priestess. That is the King of Pentacles. So you might be dealing with an earth sign. Not necessarily a man or a woman, but somebody in a masculine energy, okay? Meaning, like, they're providing. It might be your father, okay? Or theirs. It might be your partner's boss, father, grandfather. Yeah, I don't know. That's so weird that I literally looked at that card and I saw the High Priestess. Like, that's a sign, okay? That is so bizarre. I've never had that happen. Oh, thank you, Vic. Yeah, with Gemini, I think it was just like, you need to talk about, like, why is there a disinterest? Like, reinvigorate the, you can go back in the live, I think, right? Can't you, like, rewind? I don't know if that's a feature, but, But anyway, it was like, you need to ask yourself, like, what do you want from this connection? Like, what would fulfill you? Because it was like the 10 of Cups, right? Anyway, Cancer, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm messing up your reading. Cancer. We're focusing on Cancer. Don't distract me. So what conversation needs to happen for Cancer, okay? What conversation needs to happen? With an earth sign. With an earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Those might be one of your placements. I'm intuiting that, like, your job is ending. Like, maybe AI is replacing you at your job. Like, your boss told you, like, hey, just so you know, like, the contract that we were going to renew, like, at the end of this month, we're not renewing it. So this is our last time, Cancer. This is a love reading, though. But, I mean, the first question is the truth that's becoming impossible to ignore. And a job would affect a romantic connection, right? If you can't, like, go out on dates, if you can't afford to pay your bills, like, you have no business dating. So you might be stressed out about finding a job. And what conversation needs to happen, Cancer? Let's get a card, please, Spirit. Oh. The World. Something is ending, guys, but despite it ending, it is a portal to a new world, okay? This is a fresh start. All 4 elements are, I think it's cardinal elements, are depicted here. So it means you're gonna have to be resourceful in order to make the most of your life, like going through the portal, okay? You're gonna have to make use of all of your resources, all of your potential resources. And you need to talk about it with your partner. You need to be like, listen, like, I might be going through a death of my career or a death of, like, some aspect of who I am, and I'm entering in this portal. You might be a trans person. You might be coming out to this King of Pentacles if you're a trans person, and you might be coming through as a new identity, okay? Because there is a death of something in your life or in their life, or they're telling you, they're having this conversation like, I need to walk through this portal of transition. I need to evolve. So you're either telling them or they're telling you that there's an evolution happening in the connection. Like, it's very real, Cancer. So what else can you tell me, Spirit, about the conversation that needs to happen? Thank you, Bree. King of Swords. You got 2 kings here. And one king was disguising himself as a high priestess. So you mentioned Earth Angel in the chat. This King of Pentacles might literally be, this one might literally be an Earth Angel, okay? You might be a gay couple or same gender. I'm getting like, you might be same gender. And one of you is like, I know that we're, like, meant to be a gay couple, but, like, I'm about to transition to be a woman, or I'm gonna transition to be a man. Like, you might be women or men, both same gender. I'm getting, like, I'm sorry if that doesn't resonate with you. Or you might be, if you are just like a heteronormative couple, you might be people who work in something more practical, and then the swords is like more intellectual. So somebody might work in a factory and one person might work a 9-to-5 like desk job. And one of you is, and I'm thinking it's the one who works, oh, sorry, the one who works in the factory, or does like just basic service-oriented, like, you know, pentacles style physical labor. There's going to be an end to their situation. So that's something you can't deny. Like, they're either getting replaced by AI, or like their contract ended, like they're no longer needed at that job. And like, the conversation that needs to happen is maybe they're going to evolve to be more of an intellectual laborer, or you are deciding, like, I need to get more education, and you're talking with them about it, right? You're talking with this earth angel, this King of Pentacles, and I'm getting High Priestess. Like, why? I don't... Spirit keeps telling me, yep, they're a High Priestess. They're not only a King of Pentacles, but it's really important to, like, focus on the fact that they're an Earth Angel. They're King of Pentacles, but they have more than just physical wealth. Like, they are spiritually wealthy. Like, they know things. They know, they have a lot of wisdom. And they've been helping you, Cancer, or you've been helping them. And maybe the conversation that needs to happen is like, well, there's an ending to something in your life, but we can evolve. We can intellectually approach this problem. We can be resourceful, right? And we can get the education we need to survive this problem, and we will be doing fine, because the world is about a new chapter, okay? So it's about conversing about what that new chapter will look like. That's the conversation that needs to happen, okay? So moving on to Leo. Hopefully Cancer, that was helpful. I still can't get over the fact that this was given High Priestess. He's so, like, he's so chill. I do love him. I love him. He's the sugar daddy High Priestess, King of Pentacles. I'll never forget. Never forget Sugar Daddy, High Priestess, King of Pentacles. Alright, moving on to Leo. Leo, what do you need to know? Wow, the sun is in Virgo. Guys, these are so taxing. I have not been reading the chat. I've been channeling. So, I'm so sorry. If anybody's been saying weird stuff, it is what it is. I was getting worked up by somebody, and I was like, you know what? No, I need to just focus. I need to focus. I should find somebody who is willing to moderate. So if you're interested, please send me a message on YouTube, and we can talk about that. All right, Leo. I love you. I love Leo so much. Like, oh, like they're just so bubbly and, like, fantastic. Like, oh my goodness, they're my besties. Okay. Oh my goodness, you got the Wheel of Fortune right away. I was about to. I didn't even knock. I didn't even knock. But, like, maybe it's a message for me. Spirit was like, it's good. It's good for you to like Leo. I don't know. I'll take it for you, Leo, okay? You're a lucky bitch this time, okay? This is gonna be a good reading. I have a feeling. I just have a feeling. All these readings have been shit. Like, what is going on with people's, like, love lives? Like, guys, get it together. Leo does treat their people right, okay? So what truth is becoming impossible to ignore, Leo? That you're too sexy? Yeah, I agree. That you're just too sexy to ignore? Like, you just can't ignore Leo. That's what it is. It's impossible to ignore Leo. Yeah, love is hard right now. Leo will keep us together, okay? Oh, look at here. We even got a Leo card, guys. We got strength. Lovely. You're showing up. You're showing up. That's what I'm saying. Leo shows up. Okay? And we got the Queen of Pentacles. And you're showing up with the sauce. Like, everybody brought all the carbs, but nobody brought sauce. And Leo is like, y'all didn't bring sauce? Like, I don't know why I'm kidding. You can't ignore how strong Leo is this time, okay? While the sun is in Virgo, that's impossible to ignore. Like, Leo has the sauce that we need to keep it all together, okay? It's time for Leo to finally be recognized for the sauce they're bringing. So what conversation needs to happen in Leo's connection? I think this is about being appreciated, right? You've been holding your tongue a bit on like, they have not given me the validation that I deserve, but it's okay because I don't seek validation. I deserve it. So you might be having that conversation, okay? Yeah, you're like, the Three of Swords is like, somebody's not appreciating you. And Leo must be appreciated. Like, if Leo's bringing the sauce, you better be fucking thanking Leo, okay? So you need to tell them, like, I know it's hard to be like, I need validation from you. Not because, like, it's gonna make me die if I don't have it. It's like, if you don't give it to me, like, I'm gonna cut you out of my life. Because, like, I sense that you think I'm a narcissist, and I'm not, okay? See, that's the thing with Leo. It's like, they don't want to have that conversation with you. That's why it's heartbreaking, right? They're like, why don't you ever express gratitude, right? It's because you think that if I get too much validation, I'm gonna get a big head or something. I already have a big head. I'm a Leo. That's never gonna change. Nothing you say to me will ever change the fact that I know what I deserve. Okay? So that's what you need. That's what you need to do. Unfortunately, I know it's heartbreaking because that might end the connection. Okay? But you don't have to end the connection. You can explain all that. You can be like, listen, I have a big head. I just need to make sure that I get the gratitude that I deserve, right? If I put in effort to something, if I set up the house for the house party, that you don't just ignore the fact, or like, you don't give me any credit, right? So make sure you are saying like, I demand credit. I demand credit for what I'm doing. And you might be pulling the weight in this connection, Leo. It might be time to break it off. It might be heartbreaking. It might be heartbreaking, Leo. Okay? I know, I'm sensing, I just got chills, that you're like on the verge of crying just from me saying this. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, people are disappointing. You have the Six of Wands. I think talking to them is going to fix it, right? If you're just like, hey, like, I understand if you have a wound from like giving somebody validation or like compliments and they like got too big of a head or like started walking all over you, and you tell them like, I won't do that. I don't abuse my friends. And I'm about to cry. God, Leo. You're gonna have to tell them like, I'm sorry that you experienced that trauma. Okay? But I'm not gonna do that to you. And like, your empathy, your warmth. Oh my God, I'm about to cry. Get it together. Get it together. Oh my God, people are so mean to Leos. They are bright and shiny because they are here on this planet to do that. That is their karmic gift. And you can either accept that or get the fuck out of their life, cross-watcher. If you're watching for Leo, You need to either accept the fact that they're going to be sparkly and maybe more sparkly than you, okay? Or get the fuck out of their life, okay? They're not going to abuse you. They're not, like, Leo has a heart of gold, okay? They tend to be, like, so giving that they become the doormat, and then if they don't stick up for themselves, they get abused, okay? So, like, the only reason why Leo has to have this conversation with you is because you're not showing them, you're not giving them the signs. I'm talking to a cross-watcher. You're not giving them signs that you appreciate their effort. And so, Leo, when you talk to this person and explain to them, like, I will not hurt you. Like, I know that you've been hurt. I know that giving gratitude is painful sometimes, especially if you've been abused by a narcissist. But you have to trust me. Like, I'm not going to hurt you, and I will prove it, you know? So that's gonna be heavy, okay? Because they're probably going to cry. You're probably going to cry. But in the end, you're both going to be, like, strutting your stuff in the street again soon, you know? Like, it'll be fine. Everything will be fine. I'm getting good vibes from the Six of Wands. Okay, so count it on Leo to bring the good energy to the readings. Although, you know, I love Aries. Aries is so, like, business. Like, okay, get to the point. Like, I'm first because, yes, I'm efficient. So, it was a very efficient reading for Aries. All right. Happy birthday, Virgos. It's your turn. Spent a lot of time on Leo, but that was intense. That was intense. You're welcome, Cindy. Love me some freaking Leos. God. They're so fab. And not all of them can sing, okay? But, like, a lot of them are really good singers. And I think that's why I like them, because I really like it when people are, like, loud and singing and, you know, not necessarily happy, like, just even loud and singing when they're, like, melancholy. Like give me some screamo metal. Like, I don't care. Like, Leos can be depressed. And I still just love how expressive they are. So anyway, moving on. Clearing the ground. Clearing the ground for Virgo. Virgo needs clear ground, okay? Virgo needs clear ground to do their projects. Virgo needs a clear table. If you haven't cleared your table, Virgo, you need to do that, okay? Just got that message that you have a messy table and it's stressing you out. You need to do something on it, okay, Virgo? So what truth is becoming impossible to ignore in your connection, okay? Virgo, please. Spirit. Nice. Soprano. Beautiful. Your husband's a Virgo. Your daughter went no contact with him also. Dang. It might just be time. You just gotta give time. When the no contact thing happens, you know. Oh, I've been hearing somebody, Virgo. Her name is Love Peace Genesis on YouTube. I love her. She does a lot of Gemini readings, and I do consume the tarot content. Anyway, she says time doesn't heal. Communication heals. And I agree with that. And that might be something your father, or sorry, not her father, your husband, could tell your daughter, by the way, or all Virgos, right? That time apart doesn't heal wounds. Communication heals wounds. And I do agree with her, right? Because I've heard that a lot throughout my life, that like, oh, just give it time, just give it time. Like, Virgo, you don't need You know, you need communication. You're ruled by Mercury, okay? And the sun and Mercury is entering your sign. And again, I don't know exactly what time. If you guys know, please let me know. But this is very intense for you, okay? So this will be a very like communication oriented time for you. Or Eva, your husband might actually get to talking to your daughter before you do, and that's okay. Okay, just like don't push it, like, you know. Please like and subscribe if you haven't, by the way. So Virgo, what truth is becoming impossible to ignore? What truth is becoming impossible to ignore? You have the Three of Wands and the Six of Wands. So, you know, because of Eva, you're kind of impressing me with things to think about, I guess. Or it's just like I'm jumping off of Eva's story here. But she has been in the live for a long time, so shout out to Eva. Thank you so much for being here. This is given that, like, that feeling when you're a little kid and you run away from home and you're like, you brought your teddy bear, you brought your little backpack, you brought your, you know, your phone or what, you know, whatever. And you're sitting in the woods and you're looking at like the big buildings and you're like, I'm going to have to sleep in the woods because like I'm just a kid. I can't like just get a house. I can't just like move into someone's garage or something like that. That would get me arrested or like put in juvenile detention. So you're just like, you're looking at options. Okay. And like, what you can't ignore is that like you have a success waiting, right? And you're not paying attention to it. Like you're ignoring the potential success that you could have. So in Eva's case, like maybe maybe this is her in this Three of Wands. I was just making sure it was the Three of Wands. I think, yeah. I'm getting a little tired. I need to take a drink of water or something. Like, this is a general reading, so I'm getting wrapped up in Eva's energy, but it's okay. It's okay. Just using her stuff as an example. Like this is them looking at all these different options, and like your husband is just being like, you know, like, I'm right here. Like, you just turn around and like talk to me. Like, I'm right here. And the Six of Wands isn't about waiting, right? I think he might actually do a physical, like, Wands is about action. So like he might actually go somewhere, or somebody might, to make this more general, like somebody, Virgo, somebody might go somewhere to someone that's ignoring them. Like you might be like, I'm done waiting on you waiting for this opportunity. And like you're successful in that, right? You can't ignore that if you just take some action, there's like success. There's like some forward movement in this connection, because this person is just like looking elsewhere. This person's looking at options, or like, you know, they put out like dating profiles and they're waiting for like someone better than you. And like, you know, it's all bluff, that like they don't actually want someone else. They're just like trying to find something better, and they already have success with you, and they maybe are being a little bratty. Like I'm getting that you can't ignore that your partner is being a little bratty, okay? Or you're being a little bratty. Virgo, don't be bratty. Okay? So what conversation needs to happen? Let's just get a couple cards. What conversation needs to happen? I've been spending a lot longer on these reads than I meant to, but it's okay. The Seven of Pentacles. So they're dissatisfied, clearly. Whoever you're dealing with, Virgo, they're looking for other options because something isn't progressing. Something hasn't evolved. Maybe it's moving too slowly for them. Like in this instance, time has healed, right? Because in the future, like he's implemented some plan to grow the bush greater, right? To get more pentacles out of the bush. Okay? And the only way to see the bush grow is to literally wait. Okay? But the Seven of Pentacles is about making that plan of action. So the conversation that you're going to have with this person who keeps running away or keeps looking for options that are other than you is like, what do we need to do to make you satisfied? Because like, I love you, you know, you're gonna tell this person like, I love you and I'm sorry you're dissatisfied, but like, we can make you satisfied. We can do this, you know? I think that's the conversation that needs to happen. Or you got the Hanged Man at the bottom, which is, by the way, for me, the shadow position. Some readers call it what you don't see coming. I call it what you're not addressing. So you need to take another look, right? You're not addressing that. You need to take another look at whatever they're dissatisfied about. Like maybe you need to listen, okay? That's the conversation that needs to happen. Like you need to let them do the talking, okay? I do think, Virgo, you can be kind of like Libra when it comes to conversations where you're like, okay, you've had your turn to talk, now it's my turn to talk, and you've had your turn to talk, now it's back and forth, right? And it's like fair and balanced. But in this scenario, I'm hearing like, no, like you need to listen to this person about like what they're dissatisfied about. Make sure they feel heard. Like steel man their position, like give them back what you heard, like with all your heart and soul, like pour into your ear and be like, and you know, maybe not just be a yes man. Like, of course, if you have boundaries, keep those, right? But you'll find that really, I think they were looking elsewhere because they didn't feel heard. Because they were like, oh, well, if I can't evolve with this person, if I can't even have a conversation with this person about, or if I don't feel heard, then I need to look elsewhere. But like, what they don't understand is that maybe you just didn't realize that they were this dissatisfied. And like, that's the conversation that needs to happen, is you need to hear, like, no matter how hard it is, Virgo, what they're dissatisfied about, okay? They're dissatisfied about something. Dissatisfied. Or they don't feel safe, or like they feel like something's stunting them, like they want to do something, and like maybe you keep pruning the bush. Like, are they content creating about stuff that you don't necessarily like, and you're just like, no, you can't post that, or no, you can't talk to those people, or like you're putting limitations on them and they're just like, well, you're stunting me. And that's why they're looking for somebody who wouldn't. Okay? I know it's kind of a tough thing to hear. But I think if you take another look, right, with the Hanged Man, that's your shadow work, okay? Pisces is like spiritual healing. If you really like take another look at the connection, why you love them, like how you want to nurture them, how you want to water them, right? How you want to nourish their soil, because you're such an earth sign. You're about order and convention and ensuring that others feel like they have the structure in their lives to thrive. And you like doing that, right? You like a clear table. maybe they feel like they're not allowed a clear table, that all the clear tables are for you. And I hate to be like, Virgo, you're being a little selfish, okay? I'm not saying you're being selfish. I'm saying you might not be giving them enough room to grow, right? It's like two trees that are in the same lot, but one tree keeps getting pruned and the other one's not getting pruned. And the other one is spurting up, and it's like, why are you all the way down there? Why aren't you up here with me? And the other one's like, I don't know, somebody keeps cutting branches. You know what I mean? So like let them grow. Like don't hold them back. And if somebody is holding you back, okay, if this is switched and somebody is being toxic and you're the one that's been looking elsewhere, like, you know, this person's been too successful at holding me back, okay, you need to tell them, I feel pruned. I feel like my tree hasn't been able to fully flourish. That was hard to say. And just tell them straight up, like, I feel that you stunt me and I cannot be my true self around you. So I have been looking for something that will nourish my soil, right? Or let my branches grow as far as they can. Let's get one more card for Virgo. So, about this conversation, and then we'll move on to Libra. But honestly, Virgo, I think because it's your birthday month, like, whoever this is, they're going to be receptive. Like, they're going to realize, like, hey, I should probably listen, or I should talk to Virgo at least. I should express myself to Virgo, right? So you are going to have a conversation with someone, for sure. With the Six of Wands, that means, like, you're successful in getting them to talk to you. So you have the the Page of Swords in reverse. Someone else had this in reverse. I must have put it in the deck in reverse. Also, in your shadow work, you have the Ace of Wands. I haven't been looking at the shadow for everyone because it does complicate things, but it is your birthday, so you know, you get extra. Page of Swords in reverse can be like, somebody has been watching you and they stopped, like they got enough information, or somebody's like not interested enough, right? And I was kind of getting that with this, like maybe I'm getting this as a shared energy, right? One party is interested and the other is not, and the one who's interested is fully aware that the other is not, and that's kind of the conflict, right? That's kind of like the conversation that needs to happen is like really ask, why do you feel stunted? Or like, why are you stunting me? Like, what is that about? Like, do you feel scared that if I grow too much that I'll find someone better? Because, like, I love you and I want to work this out with you, and like, no matter what I succeed, or no matter what success is what I meant to say, no matter what success I find in life, or you find in life, I will love you. Like, I'm not leaving, right? So just like reiterating that, like, your commitment to them is real and that you want to grow this bush greater with them, and it's a shared responsibility, you know? So the conversation you need to have is like, why do you feel stunted, or why are you stunting me? Are you afraid that I'll outgrow you? I think that might be it. I think that somebody might be afraid that you'll outgrow them because maybe they've been successful in doing something and they're not really letting you like thrive, and they want to be the breadwinner. They want to be the one who's like pulling it in. or you might be preventing someone from exploring things because you're afraid that they'll leave you. Okay? So, your shadow work. Yes, I am doing these in order, Vic. I was on Virgo. I'm about to get on Libra. I've been spending a little extra time on Libra because it's their birthday. But yeah, look at what your shadow work during your birthday is, to re-engage in that creativity, right? Get that clear table going. Get that project happening again. Or like, you know, like you're not addressing your creative spirit, right? You've been a little bogged down by some drama, some personal drama, and like once you start, you know, showing some interest to your own life and your own projects, these people will be like, you know, what do they got going on? Like, it will be the Page of Swords upright. You'll turn them into curious mode. So that's the conversation that needs to happen, okay? And what is coming for you while the sun is in Virgo. Libra time. My moon sign. I still can't believe I cried during the Leo. Oh, poor Leo. Everyone thinks Leo's a narcissist. Leo's like the complete opposite of a narcissist, and it's like, oh, it pisses me off. It pisses me off. They're the kindest, warmest people. All right, Libra time. Justice. I'm channeling justice for you, Libra. So we're talking, what truth is becoming impossible to ignore? And after that, what conversation needs to happen? Oh, I'm so sorry, Gloria. So, what truth is becoming impossible to ignore? What conversation needs to happen? This is about love, okay? It can be about deceased, passed on loved ones, okay? So you might be communicating with the dead. Page of Pentacles. Earth sign. Somebody helpful, somebody engaging, somebody practical who's like there for you. I think it's becoming impossible to ignore that somebody's there for you. An earth sign, Libra. You might think that because the pages can be like seen as immature energy, you might see them as like, oh, they think they're being helpful, but they're just not, you know, like they're not being helpful. I don't know, I'm just getting that intuitively. But like, at least they are trying to be helpful, okay? Let's give them that at least. By the way, everybody, thank you so much for being here. I love you all. Even the troublemakers. I love you all. Alright. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Are we gonna get some jumpers? Because I can just pull, but I've been using like the shuffling, waiting for a jumper to like look at the chat, and I kind of like it, you know. I'm gonna go do a workout after this. What is Libra? What truth are... Ugh, what am I trying to say? What truth is becoming impossible to ignore for Libra? Seven of Swords. Okay. Somebody's pretending to be helpful. They're not. They're stealing from you. Okay? You're not gonna be able to ignore it. Like, if your husband recently passed, like, please lock down your possessions. please lock down your possessions. Whoever is trying to help, they are actually stealing from you, okay? This is something you cannot ignore because it is going to affect you in the future. Ugh, gosh. Sometimes I hate that Seven of Swords card. It boils my blood. It boils my blood. Somebody's pretending to be helpful, but they're stealing. Yeah, I really hate that Seven of Swords card. Like, I have a lot of my stuff in safe and stuff because I just don't trust anyone. I wish I could. Okay. Something's going to become very, very apparent. You won't be able to ignore it, right? You don't see it coming because this person has been very helpful, or at least you thought was being helpful, but you won't be able to ignore the fact that something's missing in your possessions. And this is going to affect your relationship, right? This is a general read, but like maybe you have a maid, maybe you have a family member who, like, you know, walks the dog occasionally, or like a neighbor who's like mowing your yard, and sometimes they go into the garage. That's what it's giving. It's giving like just someone who's like barely around, but like they're doing nefarious stuff like when they are around. And it's going to be apparent. You're going to be like, oh, okay. You're going to have to put your foot down, Libra. You don't mess with Libras. Like, what are people on? Like, what? How in the world are you going to mess with a freaking Libra? Like, they gotta be delusional. Like, seriously. They must not know you're a Libra. Shadow work, you're not addressing something that's missing. You're not addressing something that's missing, Libra. It's gonna affect your relationship somehow. So what conversation needs to happen? It's probably like, get this person out of my life. You're gonna have to like file a police report or something. I don't know. Okay, let's see. What conversation needs to happen? Before you file a police report, please have a conversation. Or please confront them. And stay safe. Okay? Stay safe. Make sure you record it to stay safe. Not necessarily to like post it or something, but just in case something does happen, you'll have some recording. Oh man, I don't like this. The only person who's had a good reading was Leo. Leo had like the Wheel of Fortune. Other than the heartbreak, okay, that wasn't fun, but like overall it was a good outcome, right? I did like that. All right, so what conversation needs to happen? And I need to take a drink of water. Actually, Spirit is telling me, take a drink of water. And I'm gonna turn down this TV. I've been playing this, what is it? I don't even know. 528, activate self-healing. Because we all know we need it. Okay, I'm just gonna turn it down a little bit. I might need to burn some more sage because, like, it's, I don't know. Like, when I do all these readings at once, I do feel kind of like maybe I need to burn sage, like, more frequently throughout the readings. Like, maybe every 3 signs or something. So, intermission during Libra. Libra, will you please forgive me? I'm gonna burn some sage, Libra, because apparently Spirit wants me to clear negative energies before I give you this message. what conversation needs to happen. So I'll talk about the astrology a bit. I just did a quick little research before I started my live. And so when the sun enters Virgo, the sign of refinement, like standards, convention, orderliness, right? It's not perfection. Virgo's not, okay, in a toxic way, like if they're unhealthy, they can be about perfectionism, for sure. But any sign can be, okay? So Virgo just wants for all of us to like understand that there are rules of engagement. We have ethical standards. We have, and Libra loves that. We have a duty to fellow people to ensure that spaces are functional and livable. And with Mercury entering Virgo at the same time, of course, Mercury moves so fast, but it's entering the sign with the sun. It's about clarifying what those rules of engagement are, okay? And we've been seeing that theme a little bit in these because the questions that I've come up with are in that theme, okay? So with Libra, this is tough. This might be the toughest reading yet. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, I feel a little better now. After some water and a sage, well, it's a mixture. It's like Kool-Aid and electrolytes. Yes, I drink sugar. No, I don't care. I'm gonna go work out, so I'll burn all of it off. All right. So what conversation needs to happen for Libra? About this. The Queen of Wands and the Star. I immediately looked at her chest. Uh-oh. Ooh. I think you need to talk about why someone wants this person around. Like, somebody has a wish. It's this is like the same person. I'm getting this is the same person. A Queen of Wands who's pretending to be helpful, but they're actually just like they're immature inside, but on the outside they look mature, but they're not. Like, they're actually like very chaotic and they don't have any commitments, and they might be like a vagabond type person, like they just do what they want. Somebody who comes and goes, and they do as they wish, right? Somebody has like free reign in your house or your place of work, or like, and it's affecting your relationship, and you need to talk about it. You need to be like, so why is this person like just free to like come and go? Like, why am I missing a necklace? You know, like why do they just like think that they own the place or something? Like, I think you need to talk about that. Like, I'm getting, there's a service you pay for, and they're crossing boundaries they should not cross. Okay? And it's affecting your relationship. And I was like, oh no, because the Queen of Wands, it might be someone in your connection that is trying to seduce your person, male or female. Okay? Because they just do what they want. And I think you might be finding out this month that, especially with this tower, okay? I love the star after the tower. But with the Queen of Wands, I'm getting that, like, somebody feels that they can just do as they please, because this is a pairing here. If you have fire placements, this could also be you. And you're getting your wish, and you want to talk about getting your wishes to come true after a tower, after a devastating event, and realizing that somebody has done something sneaky, not necessarily stolen from you, but either lied, stole, or did something nefarious to, like, mess with your livelihood. Okay? They've messed with your, like, this guy is given bad energy with the Seven of Swords. Okay, Libra. It's becoming impossible to ignore somebody who's, like, in your vicinity is, like, affecting your connection. And the conversation that needs to happen is about, like, why does this person think that they can just, like, waltz into my life and they can just, like, take up all the space, and, like, why do they think they are the main character in my life, right? You're gonna get, like, the star is always a beneficial energy. You need to talk about, like, what you want in this connection. And that might be that somebody isn't your real friend. Somebody's been trying to, like, home wreck. Somebody's been trying to get to your partner. And I hate saying that because, like, I truly don't want to be giving people that information, right? But I can't lie to you. I can't lie to you. The cards are telling me that somebody's trying to home wreck you. I really hope I'm wrong, okay? But it is what it is. You got the Empress in your shadow. Like, maybe you're not addressing that this person, this Queen of Wands, who's also, you know, immature inside, but looks mature on the outside, they're no threat to your connection, okay? Maybe you feel a little insecure about it because this is your shadow. This is what you're not addressing. You are the Empress, okay? You're not addressing that you have, like, full control over the situation, okay? The Empress gets what she wants. Okay. All right, moving on from Libra. All right. I hope this was helpful, Libra. Thank you so much. I'm sorry to tell you about, you know, potential home wrecking. I really, really hope that I'm wrong. I really, really hope I'm wrong. And I'm hoping that Scorpio has some good news. Scorpio, are you getting into some drama? Any Scorpios in the house? And last thing I'll say, Gloria, about, like, your situation is, like, you might connect with your husband through the stars, by the way, because the star came up. You might feel passionate about, like, gazing into this night sky, like, and talking to him through that. And you might even see meteorites passing by that are him talking to you, just so you know. So the Queen of Wands is, like, that's the conversation that needs to happen, like, looking up at the night sky and, like, seeing his work, because he's there. Don't forget it. All right. Scorpio, fellow psychics, the more like, you know, dark and intense side of the psychic signs. What is Scorpio needing to address in the coming month about a truth that is becoming impossible to ignore? Let me shuffle a couple more times. I do accept personal readings if you're interested, and I do overhead or like this if you want it. Live, it's considerably more expensive, but it's all in my website and on my YouTube bio if you want to check that out. So, but I do offer like an affordable option. So, Scorpio. What truth is becoming impossible to ignore for Scorpio? I'm glad, Gloria. Oh. You get the Seven of Pentacles again. Maybe this card is bent or something, but maybe this is a theme of, you know, the sun in Virgo, because it's about refinement. It's about standards. It's about increasing standards, okay? So a truth for you, Scorpio, is that like you're not able to ignore the fact that you're not really satisfied anymore with something, with some scenario in your life. You got two cards. Let's look at them. You got the Four of Swords and the Page of Swords. Sorry, I didn't mean to flip you off, Scorpio. I do like you. Don't sting me, Scorpio. Okay. Why am I speechless? Scorpio, are you lazy? Are you being lazy? I feel like you're watching other people do something, okay? And you're like, why are they so dumb? Like, but like, they might need your help, Scorpio, okay? Because, like, you're sleeping on it, okay? Scorpio does like to move in the shadows, as we know. That's not necessarily implying that I'm saying that Scorpio is nefarious. I think Scorpio can be very healing and engaging when the time is right. They do not move unless they know they will actually improve the situation, right? So I think maybe with this Four of Swords and the Page of Swords, Scorpio, you're just like, the time isn't right yet. Like, I'm still watching, I'm still waiting, but I think Spirit is saying, like, there's no more waiting. There's no more waiting. Like, you need to address these standards, refine something in the connection. Like, they're not doing it, right? You gotta be helpful. You gotta, like, get in there and do it. Okay? Like, the time is now. The time is now. You can't ignore it. You can't ignore that you've been a bit, like, on the sidelines. Okay? So what conversation needs to happen regarding this connection? Okay? Or maybe they've been lazy. To be fair to Scorpio, they've been kind of lazy And you're just like they're not putting in enough effort. They've just been watching me do all this effort. Like, why am I being treated like a circus clown for their entertainment when, like, this is our livelihood? You know? Scorpio, you might be annoyed with someone that's just, like, laying around and being lazy and not, like, doing anything. One of you is in a Four of Swords energy with just, like, watching, and one of you is actually, like, being like, man, how am I going to actually improve my yield? So what conversation needs to happen for Scorpio in this connection? You have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, let's get another card, please, Spirit. I'm trying not to sneeze. I'm trying not to sneeze. Cindy, I'm sorry. No, they might be lazy. You might be putting in all the effort and they're just like sitting back and watching you in a lawn chair and you're like, I am literally like harvesting our fruits and veggies that we're going to live with, that we're going to live on. And you're just watching, like, do you want to help? Queen of Pentacles, yeah, like you're the head of the house, like you manage it, like you, not necessarily female or male, man or woman, could be non-binary even. Scorpio. Did I say Libra? I meant Scorpio. You have the moon here. Yeah, somebody with the Four of Swords and the moon, somebody is dreaming. Somebody is a little delusional. Dreaming. I think you dream of much bigger yields or much bigger love, or like you're in a realm of your emotions, and you need to talk about, like, your physical, with the Queen of Pentacles, how your emotions, like similar to how Taurus, they need their space to be in order to feel emotionally regulated. You might need to understand that your emotions affect your physical space, right? Like with Scorpio, it's the other way around, right? With Taurus, it's like the physical space affects the emotional regulation. I think with Scorpio, it's the emotional regulation affecting the space. With the moon and the Queen of Pentacles, maybe you need to talk about, like, okay, I haven't been feeling satisfied with this connection because I don't feel as though you are pulling your weight. I don't feel like you are actually interested in building a life with me. And it's affecting me, and it's affecting my morale, right? Even though I'm the Queen of Pentacles, my morale shouldn't be affected. But you are affecting my morale, because here they are just like sitting around like watching you do it all. And you're just like, no. Am I an earth sign? Do I look like a fucking earth sign? Like, why do you expect me to do it all? Like, not that earth signs do it all, okay? But they just like that. They just like being, and that's why a lot of people love being around earth signs, because they just take advantage of earth signs, which sucks, okay? I feel bad for earth signs for that. But you're a Queen of Pentacles, but you ain't interested in being used for that. Like, you feel like they're just kind of like skating by, like just not really like fully invested. And you might want to have this conversation where you're telling them, like, you either need to boss up, okay, like get out of bed and stop just watching me do it all, or like I'm gonna have a freak out. Not to threaten them, Scorpio. I know you're like, it's not the right time, but like Spirit is saying, like, this is the conversation you need to have. I'm not saying you should threaten them, okay? I'm just saying you should be like, I am literally on the verge of a freaking mental breakdown if you don't get off your ass. Okay? Don't threaten them. Don't be like, you know what I mean. Just be like, I am warning you. I am giving you a warning that the end is near if things don't change. Okay? You can't ignore the fact that they have not been pulling their weight in this connection. Okay? I know, Scorpio, you love them. I know, Scorpio, you don't want to have this conversation. You don't want the conflict. You want to be in the shadows. You want to make things copacetic. Scorpio does not like conflict. That is why they're in the shadows, okay? They're in the shadows because they want to prevent bad things from happening. They literally will do the most outside of the connection to ensure that things feel right? Like, they're the type of romantic person who will, like, you know, scrub the tub and, like, light candles for their loved one when they get off work, you know, and, like, run the bath and, like, and they didn't even ask for it. Like, nobody asked for it, but they're just like, it's there, and they didn't even say anything, and it's just this, like, beautiful gesture of love, right? It's not about the physical stuff. It's more, I'm getting, it's about emotional well-being. Like, maybe you just feel like they're not making time for you. Like, they don't, like, schedule time for you. So the conversation should be about, like, the pentacles being time, because time is real, right? All we have is now, okay? So you must be like, my emotional, like, well-being is not being respected. Like, I need you to address the fact that, like, I'm keeping stuff together and, like, it is taxing on me, and I need you to just spend time with me. I just need more emotional connection. I need you to tell me what your dreams are. I need to tell you what my dreams are. I need to explore your subconscious a bit. Let me pick apart your brain, please. Like, you're the type of person who wants to understand the depths of your partner. Like, you almost want to be able to look through their eyes. And that's the psychic part of Scorpio that's so empathetic, that's so beautiful, and, like, it's reading their partner's minds. Like, they like reading their partner's minds. And you feel there's a disconnect. You feel like there hasn't been enough work or time. It's just a lot of laziness and watching. And yeah, like, I like being seen. Like, Scorpio likes being seen, but it's too superficial. They need depth. They need you to, like, do a similar thing. Not necessarily go as deep as they're going with understanding their partner, but they need to feel like they're not being creepy, I guess, for doing it to their partner, right? Like, does that make sense? And I'm getting this energy for you, Scorpio. So maybe, like, I hope this makes sense, Scorpio. Just, like, talk to your partner this month at some time. When the time is right, you will know. Spirit is saying the time will be right this month. I got distracted by Eva. Anyway, yeah, Spirit just wants you to know, like, it might not feel like the time is right now to have this conversation, but at some point this month, while the sun is in Virgo, you will have a conversation with your partner about how you feel like your emotional life, or, like, you've lost connection with their emotional life, and you want to feel, like, balanced. You want to feel secure. I'm getting security with the Queen of Pentacles. Like, she's like very secure. So this is like security about your emotional life, and, like, you don't want to feel creepy. just for like the way that you love someone, right? You want to make sure that they're not like overwhelmed by you or avoiding you or something. Like you want to ask them like, so what's all this sleeping about? Are you just depressed? Like, why do you just watch me and you're just sleeping a bunch? Because it might be something about their dissatisfaction, right? Like there might be two sides, right? Of course, your partner might be withdrawing because they're overwhelmed, okay? Or feel like, oh man, like they understand me so much. Because Scorpios, let's be real, like they do. They understand the mind extremely well. And maybe just explain to them like, hey, like I understand if I'm kind of overwhelming, but like if you don't like the way that I love you, like this isn't gonna work out, okay? But I think you do love them, and I think they do love you. They've just been maybe like, oh man, I just needed a break from like Scorpio reading my mind or something. And you're just like, oh no, I need your connection in order to feel secure. 5 of Swords, okay. They're not going to respond well. You're going to have the conversation, so be prepared. Just be prepared for it to be kind of like, okay, this isn't working. I hate to say it. God, what is up with this? You know what? What is this called? This season after summer? I forget what it's called, but it's like when people split ways and like people find new people. Like I feel like that's what's happening with the collective right now. Like other than Leo, like people are figuring out that like it's not working out for them with their people. Yeah, I think that you'll be more secure, Scorpio, once you realize like there's something better for me. So you need to express to them like, I've just not been getting enough like from you, and I do feel like you're being lazy. I hope that was helpful. I really do. I hope that I tapped into Scorpio. And if you're being lazy, Scorpio, it's because it's not the right match. You feel like just like you're sleeping it out, like you're sleeping out of it, and you're kind of avoiding. But the time is now to like just face defeat. But I don't think it's you, because honestly, Scorpios, oh, they just put so much into relationships. They really do. But it looks like they're not, because it's like behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Cindy, yeah. Yeah. Well, Spirit is confirming that, you know, you're wise. You know what to expect. You project the future. Like, that's why Scorpio kind of, like, sometimes creeps me out. Okay? Because I'm like, damn, they're reading my mind. They know what my future is. Like, if I were to get a tarot card reading, I've never paid for one, because I do my own. But if I were to ever pay for one, I would probably pick a Scorpio, to be frank. Yeah, they are pretty psychic. I love Scorpios. They're so demure. They're so demure. And they don't really sting, you know, unless you like, you're needing that. You know, they don't want to sting anybody. They're very peaceful. But they will sting if you cross the Scorpio. And they'll sting you where it hurts. Okay, Sagittarius. What What truth is becoming impossible to ignore? My mom is Sagittarius. My ex is Sagittarius. I just want to say thank you all so much. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of my first All Signs Live. Please come back. Maybe I'll make it a Saturday thing. I figured this was a good time for people who like stay at home, you know, don't go out partying and stuff. Like I don't party at all. So Leo and Scorpio in my chart. That is very giving. That is very giving. So let's see. We're on Sagittarius, duh, I just said that. I need more water. And I don't use nicotine, guys. I'm like waning on my caffeine intake. I might need to make some tea, but I'll stick around and maybe do like a collective card pull at the very end after Pisces for everyone in the chat. Okay, so if you stick around, I'll pull cards for all of y'all. Okay? Like for collective, not individuals. I'll just, like give you messages from spirit for the chat. Thank you so much for being here. Cool, Vix. Yay, I'm so glad to hear it, Cindy. You guys are gonna make me cry. I'm feeling sappy. Sappy Gemini moments. Sagittarius, okay. I kind of stopped reading for Sagittarius because my exes. You guys know what I mean. If you know, you know. Gemini and Sagittarius, bread and butter. But it's not working out for me with that one. Okay, but anyway, I'm not pulling in my energy into Sagittarius reading. Even though my ex is Sag, my mom is Sag, my brother is Sag. There's a lot of Sag around me. It's okay. We're doing a collective read now. So, what truth is becoming impossible to ignore while the sun is in Virgo for Sagittarius? Do we have any in the chat? Welcome, Stephanie. This will be posted on my page if you want to go back. I will timestamp the live in a comment. So, everybody's getting the Page of Swords. Lots of spying. Lots of spying happening. You got somebody watching you on social media. Sag. Somebody is watching you. Somebody's like, what's Sag doing? What's Sag up to? Cancer is super sweet. I know because I'm a Cancer rising. Even though I'm here like calling out everybody's bullshit. I'm sweet and spicy. That's the Gemini. So what truth is becoming possible to ignore about this person who is like spying on Sag? Death. Ooh, it's an ex. Oh my god. Okay, I told you I wasn't gonna make it about me. But I think my ex might be spying on me, guys. Cause like I made no contact. And it's kind of hard to ignore an ex who is spying on you. Like, I hope it's not a major issue. Let's pull a few more cards, because now I'm getting, like, really nosy. Because, like, I'm invested as a cross-watcher in my own reading. Yeah. But for the collective. For the collective. Page of Swords. You know what I'm getting? That maybe you're investigating, like, this is collective energy, not me. I'm not letting me taint this reading. You might be investigating a death. Like an actual death. That's what I'm getting intuitively. That you might like true crime, Sagittarius. You might be like, there was a death in my neighborhood, and, like, I know that something's up, and you're investigating. Like, you're doing your independent investigation with the Page of Swords, with death. Or you're investigating, like, why someone got fired, or, like, you're investigating why someone else had a breakup. And it's affecting your relationship, because this is a love reading, okay? You can't ignore that there's a death. A symbolic death. Some readers regard it as death and rebirth. I see more of the world as rebirth, because it's like going through the portal. I think death is more like the scarab beetle, like planting the seed in the dung, like, at night, and it hasn't quite sprouted up. Or, yeah, the scarab hasn't hatched yet, right? I see it as that incubation. So it's like death and incubation. So you're waiting to emerge. Yeah, you're investigating why a breakup happened. Or like something happened in your partner's life, and it's really affecting your connection. Like, it's a huge burden, you know. Death is a trauma, okay? It's a negative card, okay, in the tarot. Something you didn't want to end, ended. So that's why I was immediately getting X. Let's get, like, yeah, one more card for this, one or two for Sagittarius. What truth is becoming impossible to ignore? There's curiosity about a major event that is really affecting this connection. The curiosity being the Page of Swords. Air signs. So regarding this, you have the Ten of Cups. A death of a happy family. There's been some family drama that's really affecting your relationship. Like, you feel, Sagittarius, that you can't be satisfied right now, and you're curious, like, what is really going on, and you're trying to do some investigation about it, and you want to get back to that Ten of Cups in order to feel that you have the capacity to not be in mourning, or to be, like, overly consumed by curiosity about, like, the ending of this happy home situation. I think maybe you're going through a divorce. I think maybe you're trying to reconcile some difference that already happened, right? Like, there was a death to a connection, and you're investigating, like, like why? Like, you've been asking, like, well, why did this connection end? All right. And you want to reconcile. You're in the reconciliation mode with the Ten of Cups. The death with the Ten of Cups, that's been on your mind. You've been curious about what has happened. I hope this is resonating with anyone. So what conversation needs to happen for Sagittarius? I am very talkative. I am a Gemini, so like if y'all are like, why are you rambling so much? That's why, okay? You don't have to be here if you don't like my rambling. That's why I'm good at tarot, because I can just ramble forever. But I'm trying to chill out because it's already been 2 hours, and I still need to do Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. So what conversation needs to happen for Sagittarius while the sun's in Virgo? The Empress. She's sticky. She's a sticky Empress. And the Knight of Wands. Ooh, I like this Knight of Wands because there's like pyramids and a shooting star or a meteor right there. I do like that. That's cool. Knight of Wands with Empress. You need to ask this person, is there another person? Because you're the Empress, male or female, okay? You're ready to settle. You're not settle. I don't mean like that. I just mean like you're ready to commit. You're not playing games. Like you don't play games. You're the Empress, okay? So you need to ask them like, why are you so non-committal? Like why are you running away? Like weren't we having a good time? Like what? Like what? What? Like why can't we have this? Why are you running away? Like look at me. Or sorry, look at me. I'm the Empress. Okay, so your shadow work. Ooh, you're not addressing that you have competition, Sag. You're not addressing the competition. Like maybe you need to ask them. You need to ask them, who is the Knight of Wands? Like who am I up against? Like just tell me. Just tell me. Who is it? Because I'm this and I'm not an option. You're a Sagittarius. You don't treat Sagittarius like an option. You just don't do that. And you know what? They might be wise enough to know they can't be doing that. So that's why that conversation hasn't happened. But you might need to pry it out of them, Sag. Yeah, and if this is someone who's spying on you, an ex, right? They're spying on you with the Death and the Page of Swords. They're spying on your happiness. They're seeing you like, they might even be stalking you, Sag. So like get a security camera or something. But they're wondering like, why can't I have that with them? You know? And you might need to talk with them like I'm making it work with somebody else. Right? You're the Empress. I'm getting that's you. You're ready. You're mature. Like Sagittarius is a very mature sign. The Knight of Wands could be you. Okay? And the other person that you're making a happy life with is the Empress. Okay? Because of the fire sign. But I'm getting that you're the Empress and you're making it work with the Knight of Wands. And they're confused and your partner is spying on this Knight of Wands that you've started talking to. Your ex is like trying to get dirt on your new person. So you need to talk to them about like maybe like why you like this person. If you are the Knight of Wands and like you're pursuing someone more stable or more mature than your ex and you're like working on being committal, Sagittarius, You need to tell your ex, if they ask, okay, if you talk to them, that I see all these good qualities in this person. Okay? So your new person is probably going to be like, why am I getting messages from your ex? And like, it's going to be like, you can't avoid it. You have to talk to your ex. Unfortunately, like, it's going to affect your new connection. So I hope that was helpful, Sagittarius. I've been trying to like put the cards back in like in random spots so that, you know, they don't keep repeating. But I keep getting that Page of Swords. Y'all are doing a lot of spying. You guys are snoopy. You know what? We do live in the age of communication. Can you really blame anybody? Sometimes I get curious about my exes and, you know, just see what they're up to. But I don't dwell, you know. That's really important. It's okay to be curious sometimes. But cross-watcher, you know, if... Honestly, this goes for anybody. Like, if you're contacting your ex's new partners, like, please stop. Just stop. That is weird. Don't do that. Don't do that. People are allowed to move on. You're allowed to be curious. You're allowed to look at their page. Okay? You're allowed to, you know, get some catharsis going in your head about, okay, this is really over. But please just be healthy and like engage in life without trying to like control everything. It's just never healthy, you know. Wu wei, you know, it's like flow with it, flow with life. Okay, so we're on Capricorn, my north node. And by the way, I need to repeat that this is for any placement of the sign. I don't limit, and that's why I don't usually say sun, moon, rising anymore. Because it's like Venus, Jupiter, Mars, Neptune, north node, black moon Lilith, whatever, you know, just like if you just saw some signs that had Pisces and you have no placements in Pisces, you just feel connected with Pisces for some reason, you can watch the Pisces reading. That might be relevant. I'm a tarot reader first and foremost, so follow your intuition, and I trust that y'all will do that. Not all these readings will resonate with people, but I do hope they do. I hope that they're helpful. And if they don't resonate, they might resonate with someone in your energy. Okay, Capricorn. What truth is becoming impossible to ignore? Please, Spirit, tell us. Capricorn. Nice. Hi, Christina. Cindy, your aunt needs to like get a life. What the hell? So Capricorn, ooh, power. This is the first time we've seen the Magician tonight. I like it. I like it. Maybe Capricorn will get some good energy. I'm getting that this will be a good message. Okay? Oh my God, I'm speechless. You're not going to be able to ignore your power. Capricorn. I just got chills. Oh, that is so beautiful. You're not going to be able to ignore your power, your manifestation power. Oh my God. Oh my God. You are a powerhouse. Spirit wants me to tell you, like, your creative force is unmatched. Like, no one can touch you. Like, you're a creative genius. You are manifesting your dreams, and you will be the leader, and your legacy will be that of leading creative force. Like, that is so awesome. You won't be able to ignore it this month while the sun's in Leo. You'll be like, I'm on fire. Like, I literally feel fire in my hands. Like look, you have the wand twice. You're manifesting. You're action oriented. You're getting things accomplished in ways that Capricorn doesn't normally. Okay? Like, this is profound. This is a profound shift in your energy that you won't be able to ignore. Okay, let's learn more. So, in regards to love, this is also, as we all know, we're all adults here, okay? This is not for kids, so if you're a kid, please leave the call. Or, not the call, the live, okay? I'm going to say some stuff that's for adults only, okay? Your sexual prowess is unmatched, okay? You basically are able to just, like, get whatever you want. Like, whoever you want, you'll have the ability to cherry pick your partner. And maybe, oh, you know what I'm getting? That you have been working out, Capricorn, and maybe this is new for you. Maybe you haven't. Like, Capricorn is known for, you know, discipline and legacy. But, like, what you can't ignore is that you are attractive. Like, this is like, other people are also, like, getting a boner for you. Other people are like, what? I didn't know they were that cute. Like, when did they lose all that weight? That's what you're gonna feel like when you walk into a room. Like, I'm getting that you're intuitively, like, you're gonna go to a get-together and everyone is gonna want to talk to you. Like, you're just gonna look so good that they're just like, oh, like, I want to talk to them. Like, oh, and they're gonna kind of, like, fight their way over to you, and they're gonna try to get your attention, Capricorn. Like, seriously. And you're gonna be like, dang, like, I didn't know I was this good, you know? Like, I've been putting in the work, but I didn't know I was that fine. But it's gonna be impossible to ignore. Okay? So I'm getting that you're single, Capricorn. This is not for a connection that you have, that you've been looking for manifestation. Oh, shit. Are you a Capricorn, Vix? So let's get one more card for the truth that's becoming impossible to ignore. About love, right? Like, just... That's too many cards. I just want one card. I have, like, a hair on my... Cat hair. Of course. Speaking of... Oh, that flew out. You know what? I saw this at the top of the pile and I was like, it's too many cards. The Queen of Pentacles. So... Oh, yeah. Actually... It's going to be impossible to ignore that you have a Queen of Pentacles, male or female. I have to repeat that because a lot of people think that queens mean woman only. But you have a Queen of Pentacles in your life that is also noticing how much attention you get if you're in a commitment. Okay? So it's going to be impossible to ignore that, like, it's apparent that you might be, like, outranking your partner in looks. Like, if you've both been trying to get fit, maybe you've been putting in more work. So that might be a problem, right? That they might get a little jealous of the attention you're getting. So what conversation needs to happen? I'm guessing it, you know, it's going to be about, like, I still love you. Don't worry. I'm not going to leave you just because I'm more attractive now. Just because I've lost weight. Or I've gotten fit. Or I, you know, leveled up my wardrobe. It doesn't necessarily have to be about, like, getting fit. Or just, like, getting a better job, right? Something, you leveled up with the Magician and the Ace of Wands. So the conversation that needs to be had. Oh, that you're satisfied with where you're at with the Nine of Cups. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting single. Like, this is for singles. So if you're not single, this isn't for you. I'm sorry. There's a Queen of Pentacles who's a little, like, jealous of the attention you're getting, male or female. Page of Pentacles. Ooh. I don't know why in this deck, this is a Soul Seeker Tarot, this Page of Pentacles gives me bad vibes, guys. Like, I might be, I don't know. What is it about him? He's just like, he gives me bad vibes. Like, the pages, it's fine. Like, in the Rider-Waite-Smith, the Page of Pentacles, like, you know, he's just doing his thing. He's young. He's figuring it out. Like, he's learning and failing and, like, growing and following the leader and stuff. But this guy just looks like he thinks that he knows it all. That's what it is. Yeah, I don't know, Eva. I don't know. There's something with him. He just like, he gives know-it-all. You know, even though he's just a page, it's like Dunning-Kruger effect. He's giving Dunning-Kruger effect, like know-it-all who actually doesn't know anything. I did. I went in order. So I'm on Capricorn now. I don't know if you can go back in time, but I will be posting this, okay? It's very long, Stephanie, but I think somebody's going to try to get under your skin with this Page of Pentacles. Like, somebody's going to come up to you and they're going to be like, they're going to try to, like, knock you down a peg, Capricorn. Like, I'm getting that they see that you're just chilling, like, you know, everybody's coming up to you and you have all this emotional fulfillment waiting to happen. And this guy, he comes around and he's, like, trying to mess with you. Like, he's trying to get to your head. And maybe you need to have a conversation. Maybe it's this Queen of Pentacles who's jealous, right? I know that it's not typical of readers to combine court cards. Like, usually it's two different people. But because these are two different questions, I am seeing that there's continuity, right? There's one person showing up. And I think that this is the same person, right? So this Queen of Pentacles, which could be you, okay? You, I don't think it's you. I don't think it's you. I'm just gonna say it's not you. It's another earth sign. They're jealous. They're like, who do you think you are? Like, why do you think you can just, like, walk into here and just, like, take all the attention? And like, they are gonna try to offer you this pentacle, but you're not gonna take it because you're like, I don't need your pentacle, you know? You're like, they're gonna try to offer you some advice or, like, patronize you. Like, this Page of Pentacles is like a know-it-all. Like, somebody's gonna, like, approach you and try to make you insecure in some way. Like, they're gonna play mind games with you because they think that you are too cocky, or they think that you are too confident, and they don't like that. So you might need to have a conversation with someone about, like, the fact, oh, sorry, I just saw the cherry. I just want to show you. I just took a peek. I was going to shuffle some more to get another card. You might need to have a conversation with someone about, like, how you don't want their advice, Capricorn. Because you're the magician. Like, you don't need advice. You already figured it out. You should be the one giving them advice, okay? Like, I know that sounds really cocky, and, like, it's gonna make this guy feel vindicated. Like, well, see, like, I knew he was so cocky, or she was so cocky and, like, arrogant or whatever. But, like, the fact is, like, all you have to do, okay, is just focus on your emotional fulfillment and your wisdom, because you know how to manifest that fulfillment, okay? So, like, let them be vindicated is kind of the message. It's like, whatever, let them think that you're arrogant. Okay, moving on next, you know, because you know you're not. You know you've put in the work. Like, arrogance is unwarranted confidence, and the person who's actually arrogant is the one who's going to try to patronize you. They're projecting. Okay, so it might be someone who you reject, who's not on your level, Capricorn. I'm getting that someone who you reject is going to try to make you insecure. Oh, look at that, 6 of Wands. I had a feeling that this was going to be a good reading, and I was right. Victorious, like, this person who's like pressed about you and your level up or your glow up. That's what it is. This is given, like, major Capricornian, like, you cannot ignore a glow up, okay? And other people aren't ignoring it either. People are like, whoa, like, whoa. They're noticing, like, they're like, there's something special there. And there's going to be people who get prickly about it. People who are like, well, who does this person think they are? Well, you know who you are. You know who you are. You're the fucking magician. You manifested this. Like, you deserve the attention. Like, you absolutely deserve the attention. So anybody who's like, the conversation that you need to have is like, I know what I deserve, and it's not advice from people who don't know what they're talking about. Anyway, I hope that was helpful, Capricorn. I am long-winded. Okay, I'm actually needing to unplug my microphone, and I'm so sorry if that reduces the quality, but my phone is about to die. I'm on 8%. So I'm going to use my speakerphone. I'm so sorry. I was using a shotgun microphone for, like, a camera with a, here, I'll just show you what it looks like. With, like, an adapter for my phone. And once my phone gets to, like, 20%, I'll plug it back in. But I'm so sorry. If the audio is shit now, I'll try to project. Can you guys, like, confirm that you hear me okay? Like, I hope that it sounds okay. So, Aquarius and then Pisces. I also have an ex who's Aquarius. I don't talk to him anymore. But it's okay. I'm not going to let my energy get into this. Okay, thank you, Eva. It's just like the iPhone speakerphone. So, does it even sound different? It probably sounds a little different. I think the... Okay, cool. Thank you, Cindy. I think the shotgun mic is a little more precise. Like, you're getting probably more environmental noise now because the speakerphone's getting the whole room. But the shotgun mic, the pattern is cardioid, so it's like more... Alright, cool. Very good. Alright, Aquarius. Let's get this let's get this done, because I've been doing this for way longer than I thought. It sounds the same. Okay, cool. Maybe I don't need the mic then. It's really for my camera, because my camera doesn't have a nice built-in mic. Okay, so Aquarius, what truth is becoming impossible to ignore? Queen of Wands. You might be attracted to a Queen of Wands, a fire sign. You might be an attractive Queen of Wands. You might not be able to ignore the fact that you are attractive and you get to do what you want. Or someone else is like kind of rebellious and like they don't give a damn the way that you want, right? I don't know. I'm getting that you can't ignore the fact that like somebody is maybe non-committal, because the Queen of Wands, let's be real. You might not be able to ignore that. Just one more card, please. Not to speed through Aquarius, but I don't know. Do we even have any Aquarius in right now? Oh, Cindy. Your mom in heaven. Good night, Vix. Thank you for being here. I loved having you. Come back again, maybe Saturdays. I could make this a thing. Aquarius, 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 Aquarius. I've never sang a song about Aquarius before. I'm getting a little tired too. I need to be more disciplined. I was thinking of like getting a timer or something. Like a visual thing that I don't have to look at my phone about. So that I can limit myself to like 10 minutes per sign. Okay, so you have the Seven of Wands and the Two of Pentacles that came out. And you know what's interesting about these two cards is the skies do look quite the same, don't they? Are they always the same in this deck? Are they always like that? No. They're not always like that. Like with the Four of Cups, it's not like that. With the Page of Cups, it's not like that. With the Empress, it's not like that. So that's so weird. Yeah, this is like the same time. Something is happening at the same time you're not going to be able to ignore. About a Queen of Wands, Aquarius. Who? Ooh, you're going to find that someone was not being truthful. They're juggling you. They're juggling you. And they're going to be defensive about it with the Seven of Wands, with the Two of Pentacles. You're not going to be able to avoid that or ignore it. They're juggling you. That's not good. Okay. So what conversation needs to happen? Oh, I'm sorry, Aquarius. Queen of Wands does what she wants. She doesn't really care about convention, right? Like, if she wants to date multiple men at the same time, she is going to do that. So, or he, okay? The Four of Pentacles. Oh, you need to talk about that you're keeping your cards close to your chest because you don't trust them. You need to tell them, I don't trust you. That's kind of sad. I'm sorry, Aquarius. People can be so cruel. Like, basically, you're gonna tell them, like, you can just tell me the truth. Like, tell me the hard truth. And you're gonna be ready for it. And Two of Swords. There's a lion in this depiction, and his paw is on an orb here, and it's looking at her. I think that's the Queen of Wands looking at you, because she knows that you're, like, considering, and you're not sure about bringing it up. Like, you're very reserved. You don't want to bring it up because you want it to work out with this person, but you know that if you don't bring it up, it's just going to dissipate. It's just going to fall away, and you really want it to work with this person. They know that you want to bring it up, but you're not going to bring it up. And Spirit is like, maybe the conversation you need to have is simply that, is that I do not trust you. And, like, Spirit is saying, do not give them any more information. Like, literally, do not give them any more information. I'm getting that they actually might be playing games in order to get information from you about something. And, I think it's important to not feed into this, like, game playing, if you catch my drift. Like, the way that they're going about communicating is kind of toxic, okay? So you don't want to call them out. And they know they're being toxic. Like, look, that's like, it's given a horned, like, devilish Leo. Like, a toxic Leo. Like, not the good, warm, kind ones, but the unhealthy ones, the drama starters, the ones that are like, I have my paw on the world and I control what's happening, you know? And, like, she thinks that she rules your world. And, like, I think you know that there's something toxic going on, because defensiveness, juggling, you almost sense, Aquarius, that, like, they want to rile you up. They want to make you jealous, okay, which is very toxic, like pitting you against other people. And I'm just sorry. I'm just, like, I hate it when people do that shit. I think the conversation might have to do with, like, hey, this isn't gonna work if I don't trust you. Like, essentially, it's just saying that. You know? Let's see. Is it gonna be successful? Is it gonna be a successful conversation? Or is it gonna be defeat? Right? Almost a Pisces. Thank you so much for being here. I know someone was waiting on it. Yeah, I'm on Aquarius. Thank you so much. I love you guys. I'm Helen. This is Tempest Twin Tarot. Please subscribe. I'll be here on Saturdays, Saturday evenings, because I don't party. I don't go out or anything. You have the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Oh, that's a divine pair, guys. You guys might be soulmates. Okay, don't. Okay, she might even know it. Or he. Okay, your partner. Or they. Well, it doesn't matter. I'll just say they. They might know it. That you guys are, like, a divine pair. And they want to see if you're going to be jealous. Right? And, like, maybe they have no intention on actually entertaining other options. They just want you to fear or feel like you're being juggled. Because they want that validation in a toxic way. That little drama starter there. And that, like, validation way of, like, are they gonna fight for me? Are they gonna fight for me? Are they gonna go up against someone for me? You know, like, almost like they want you to, like, show, like, intense, like, territorialness over them. Does that make sense? And you're just like, I don't trust you. And so that's the conversation that needs to happen, okay? And another card that came out, oh yeah, was the King of Wands. So I think that's a good outcome. That means like you don't play into that game, right? You tell them the truth. You're just like, I really like you. I really want this to work out. I want to feel like I can trust you. Can you please be like more transparent with me? Because I feel blinded. I feel toyed with. I don't like feeling toyed with. I am the King of Wands. I get, you get what you want, but I also get what I want, right? And that's kind of why you guys are attracted to one another, because you're not followers, right? You're leaders. And Aquarius, we all know, seeks to involve themselves in revolutionary measures. So they need a partner, right? They need a partner they can count on. They don't want to question like where they at, or like they want their partner to just offer transparency, right? They don't want to have to be curious, like, where is this person? What are they doing? Like, what is happening? They don't want to have to like micromanage their partner. They want their partner to just offer it up. Like, I know you care about me, so I'm going to tell you, I'm going to the grocery store. I'll be back around this time. Just being accountable, right? I think that's the conversation. I think you're going to talk to this person about like your feelings, how you just want some accountability. You're not trying to control them. You just want to know that you can trust them and that you want them to prove that. I think that's what it's going to be about. So I thought, I hope, blah, blah, blah. What am I saying? I hope that was helpful. Let's finish this reading with Pisces, everybody. I might make some shorts too to make it more accessible. Like I'll make shorts of this live. Like I'll download the live video and then I'll upload each one, and like I'll edit the live parts out, or like me talking to people and stuff. Make it better, make it more accessible to everybody. But also I will be adding timestamps to the live once it's processed. All right, Pisces, the best for last. Cindy, the best for last. You're probably so tired of hearing that, but it's true. Pisces are the best. Okay, Leo, I have an affinity for Leo, okay? But Pisces, the martyr, the spiritual guru, the warm hug, like you can't beat it. You can't beat a hug from a Pisces. Like, Leo can try to hug as good as a Pisces. They can try. They can get close. I'll let them get close. But like Pisces, their voice is a hug. Okay. What truth is becoming impossible to ignore for Pisces? Well, the sun is in Virgo. About your love life. I hope I've been staying on theme for love life. Like sometimes I go to like general topics, but it's all relevant to your love life. You have the Four of Cups. Pisces, have you not been feeling like there's good enough offers, like love offers? Like you're just like, what is this dating pool? Like, are they not on your level? What's that about? Trying to get my hair to look nice. I need to actually do it next time. I'm gonna try to like I did take a nap with this makeup on. Oh my gosh. My cat looks so cute. I keep looking over there. What's all signs? What do you mean? Oh yeah, the dating pool's not good enough. Like, what is that? What is going on? Seriously. Pisces. Dissatisfaction, or just like, I am good. Like, oh, also I just heard that somebody's been trying to get you to drink, and you're just like, I don't drink alcohol. But they're just like, but you could just have one, and you're just like, I don't drink alcohol. Or like drugs, like maybe somebody's been offering you like weed, and you're just like, I don't do that. Or yeah, somebody you've been like hanging out with is like, they keep pressuring you to do something, and you're just like, that's not interesting to me. Like, I'm sorry, I just don't care about that. But they won't stop. You have the Nine of Pentacles. So you have two beautiful ladies depicted. I'm getting that you're feminine. You're very feminine. Male or female or non-binary. Like, you just, like, you get proposed to ideas. You're more passive. You're more receptive. But you haven't been enjoying receiving anything from people. Like, you provide your own entertainment. Like, you don't need other people's energy. Like, you're just like, I'm just gonna spend time by myself. I'm getting Pisces that, like, you're not interested in dating, and you can't really ignore it. Like, maybe you were trying, and you're just like, you know what, like, I'm actually pretty happy by myself. Like, why am I pressuring myself to find someone? Which can be a good, like, step towards finding love, by the way. Like, a lot of times when we stop looking, love finds us, you know? So you might have been looking, and it's just, you're just like, no, I'm just gonna be happy by myself. Yeah. And being happy by yourself, like, that will attract the bees to your garden, you know? Like, watering your plants, like, you'll create the nectar that others feed off of, that they're attracted to, that they want to nuzzle up to. And that might be how you find love. It's just like completely giving up on it. I know that sounds totally unintuitive, but it's true. Sometimes it works like that. So you have the Six of Pentacles. You know what that gives? Like, you're going to stop focusing on trying to find somebody, and you're just going to start, like, giving back to your community in some way. Like, maybe there is, like, a Boys and Girls Club, or some sort of, like, youth organization that you just, like, start going to, or like a humane society that you volunteer at, and you just start giving your time and your resources to that instead of love, right? Because you have these pentacles. You could be giving them to others, and you want to, right? That's why you were looking for love. Because you're like, I have this beautiful life that I want to share with people, but, like, nobody's, like, cutting it. So, like, I think it's going to be impossible to ignore that, like, maybe you got to stop looking for a partner to give to and start generating, like, a protocol or, like, a ritual or of, like, giving back to something that you really care about. Like, animal welfare or the Boys and Girls Club, or maybe volunteering with like some sort of environmental service who like, you know, clean up trash from like parks, and or helps like clear invasive plants from the roadways or something like this, you know, like just dedicating your time. I don't know why that came to mind. You might be an environmentalist. You might care deeply about Earth. Yeah, you know, I was getting garden, and like in this Six of Pentacles, there's a garden growing here. And she's normally in a garden in the Nine of Pentacles. So you might, maybe a community garden. Like I know those are in existence. Like they're kind of rare, but if like you live in a urban area that has like suburbia, there's sometimes community gardens where like people will have plants planted, but they need help maintaining them because they have busy lives, or they have small children and they don't have enough time to get to their garden. You can volunteer as like, I will tend to your garden, you know. And with the Six of Pentacles, it's like you would also benefit because they would be like, well, if you tend to my garden, you can take like 10% of the fruits that we yield at the harvest, or something like this. Like it's not just charity. It's also like you get something in return for whatever you're doing, but it's not necessarily work. It's still kind of like a charitable cause. Like you're not making big money from it or something, but there is an exchange, right? There's a scale balance happening. So you're gonna figure that out. You're not gonna focus on love this month. It's gonna be impossible to ignore that. Like you need to figure out something to put your energy into that will still benefit you in some way, right? The garden came to mind because I think that might be relevant. Because it is, you know, we're getting near harvest. So, oh my God, you know what's just dawned on me? There's so many farms right now that are lacking workers. Oh my gosh, my eye is itchy because I have mascara on. But, you might be able to do something. Like, I saw this, I hope this isn't too much of a tangent, Pisces, but I saw this article or this story about this guy who had like a lot of fruit trees, and he basically put out a notice like, I do not have enough workers to harvest all this fruit. And I forget what kind of fruit it was. It was like peaches or something. And all this fruit is going to go to waste if people don't come pick it. You might find like some sort of notice about like somebody's farm and like be able to really help them distribute those food items to people in need. And you might benefit from it. Like you're not going to spend time dating. Like you're going to help the environment or something. Okay, so what conversation needs to happen about your love life, if any? Ten of Swords in reverse. So upright, let's look at it together because this is a fairly new deck for me. So it's not bloody. She has flowers again. Okay. I think it's a bittersweet realization, Pisces, that like your person isn't available to you yet. Like it is not the right time. Like this is not Pisces love time. Like you're gonna realize, I really, really want love. I really want romance, but I'm gonna heal past this. I'm gonna accept that my energy, my goodness for the universe needs to be exchanged with something other than romance right now. And it's a conversation with yourself. You know? It's the conversation is like, I'm accepting that love is not for me right now, right? And it's kind of bittersweet. It's kind of like, it feels It feels like a weight off your shoulders, because in reverse, this is great, right? This means that you're getting over some sort of major disappointment, major pain, betrayal, or just like feeling left out, or just feeling like majorly depressed, or like things aren't working out for you. And like, what's great is that you're gonna have that conversation about like finding a different focus, because once you realize that the focus is what's been dragging you down, that focus, that high focus on romance, right? Like, she looks very despondent. She looks depressed. You know? I think that's her. It looks like her. It looks like the same person. She has the same, like, flower in her hair. It looks like the same person. You know? So, yeah, I think once you just shift your mindset from love, the universe is saying, like, you're not going to know where you end up finding love. You're not going to know. Like, it's going to be a surprise. Like, something's going to really surprise you. And, like, it's kind of like you're just giving in. You're just, like, letting that happen. Well, so what's this conversation with themselves? There's like, I want to find it. I'm not going to find it where I've been looking. The universe is like, you're not going to find it where you've been looking, Pisces. Give up. Give up. Once you start doing that thing that you've been thinking about, like something earth-oriented or water. You're a water sign, so, you know, something environmental or charitable in some regard. You've been thinking about doing it. Maybe that's where you'll find it, but maybe not. Maybe it'll be like, you know, that your life is just going in that direction and you're really involving yourself in it. But then, you know, you get invited to some get-together from people that you met, and they're really, really interested in this, like, charity stuff that you're doing, but they have no connection to it, right? Something like this. Like, you're not going to be able to predict where you find love. It'll just be somehow connected to whatever you spend your time doing outside of this search. Page of Swords. Yeah, you're curious. Whatever your curiosity has been about. So this is about the conversation that needs to happen. You're curious about something, and the universe, source, spirit, God, whatever you want to call it, is telling you that is the conversation you need to have with yourself. Like, what is this curiosity about? Because that's the clue. That's the move. That's the move. One more card, please, for Pisces. The Queen of Pentacles. You know what's interesting? Is that the Nine of Pentacles is known as the Young Empress, okay? And the Queen of Pentacles is a progression of this energy, okay? So, I think that Spirit is saying that you have been dissatisfied in this Nine of Pentacles single life, okay? You have not been happy, okay? And, you know, it's impossible to ignore that you have been giving a lot of energy to this dissatisfaction. You have been giving a lot of energy to dissatisfaction. okay? But once you have this conversation with yourself, okay, that my mindset needs to change. Like, I need to stop fixating on what's wrong with me, or like what's wrong with everyone else, or like why life has failed me. Like, why am I not happy? Why can't I find a partner? Once you shift that mindset and you get out of that mindset and you start focusing on what that curiosity that bubbles deep within the depths of your Piscean ocean is saying, okay? You've been ignoring it, okay? You evolve into this Queen of Pentacles, who is much more attractive, okay, than a Nine of Pentacles, okay? So, Spirit is saying it's time to level up, essentially, okay? And the truth is that the energy is already within you. Like, you already have this curiosity. There's something that you've been wanting to do, that you've been curious about like giving back to the community. Something that would benefit you too. It's not just pure like charity. I'm really getting that with Pisces, the sign is about currents, okay? It's about coming back full circle, right? And that's why I keep getting like gardening or something that can give back to you, like you put in, and it might feel like you're not getting anything back, but you end up getting something back. It's just you have to be a little patient, okay? So it's time to level up. And I also just heard like maybe glow up, maybe like start hitting the gym, okay? Like, have you been going to the gym? Because you can become this Queen of Pentacles who's more attractive and healthy, okay? It's more about health. It's not about like, you know, superficial stuff. Pisces is not superficial. But you get me, you know, like there's something about leveling up. There's something about like, once you stop trying so hard, you're going to be so attractive. You're going to have like a smorgasbord of like options, and you're not going to experience this Four of Cups anymore, okay? But you can't ignore the fact that you have been kind of like obsessing a bit, okay? So have this conversation with yourself and turn it around, okay? And move past this like obsession, or it's not giving obsession. You know what it's giving? It's just giving like whiny. Not to call you out, Pisces, okay? But like, we all know Pisces can be a little whiny, or a little like emotionally like Marvin from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. You know, like that robot, the melancholic robot. Pisces can just be a little cynical if they don't get their way, like disappointed, right? They're known as the martyr archetype. So, of course, there's a dissatisfaction in their psyche about like other people. And so if they're dissatisfied with other people, they can be a little like mopey, a little whiny, but like it's justified, right? Like they should be heard, and like their complaints are never unjustified. They're not just complaining to complain, you know? But there is a point that the Pisces has to like evolve past the whiny, like cynical aspect of life, and just be like, you know what, it's time to move beyond and level up and nourish this curiosity, this intellectual curiosity, because the page is about intellectual curiosity and investigating, right? And once you start doing that, you're going to level up. So I hope that was helpful. This has been such a long live, guys. All right, who's here and who has a question for the collective? Because it's time. It's time to do the chat. I'm just gonna pull some collective energy. I'm thinking, so Virgo, I want to ask for the chat, like, what have you been perfectionistic about, or like anal about, or like, what do you need to let go? How about that? What do you need to let go of during this month of like the sun in Virgo? Because Virgo has a bad reputation for being toxically perfectionistic, but they're not that. They're just practical, okay? Now, if they're unhealthy, they can be perfectionistic, but like all signs can be perfectionistic about their domain, right? Like Aquarius can be perfectionistic about how to achieve a revolution. Gemini can be perfectionistic about communication, about how to say certain things. You know, you get my idea. So like Virgo's about convention, discipline, order, and understanding the practical side of systems that we maintain on the daily, right? And being appreciative towards them, not taking them for granted. Well, Jean, we don't like sign hate here, okay? We can call out like unhealthy behavior, but we don't do bigotry in this channel, okay? There's always a toxic side to, or potential in any sign, but please just try to keep the comments like polite, and you know, disclaim it like toxic this, toxic that. Not all Virgos are toxic. They're practical. They know what's up. They know how to keep a garden. They know how to manage a house. They know how to manage a business. They know how to manage a schedule. They know how to organize your closet. They know how to organize your thoughts. They know how to budget, right? I would say they're the least materialistic sign because they're more interested in practicality. Materialism is about like being flashy and like, you know, showing off, right? But Virgo is understated. They're the virgin. They're not showing off their goods. They're modest, practical, interested in keeping things orderly, right? Keeping things peaceful, right? They're very important. They're very important people. So without Virgos, the whole world would collapse. Let's just be clear about that, okay? So let's celebrate Virgo. We love our Virgos. Okay? So I want to ask the chat, what do we need to let go of? Okay? And this is collective. Yes, I'm team every sign, because for the record, we have every sign in our chart. Never forget it. Even if you have an empty house, that sign could still be relevant to you. So it doesn't matter. So what do we need to let go of? Ace of Cups. Ooh, guys. We need to let go of not allowing new starts to happen. Like, maybe some of us in the chat have, like, been putting our walls up a bit and, like, not allowing a new cup into us. I meant, like, into our lives. Like, Pisces just had this, okay? I did ask, what should we let go of? So maybe it's also like we need to let go of this idea that there is a new beginning for us, like emotional fulfillment, right? The Ace of Cups is like, we need to let go of like complete satisfaction. Like there's no such thing, right? Perhaps this idea that somebody is going to come save us, that somebody is going to come give us the cup that will just like solve all of our problems. You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting. I think as a collective, maybe it's just like letting go of this concept that like this cup's gonna come out of nowhere and just like be like, here you go, drink up, and like all your problems will be resolved. I don't know. It's either that or letting go of the wall of letting something new begin, right? Because I think some of us have been kind of caged up or like feeling reserved. So letting go of cup, letting the cup pour, you know, let go of the cup. Stop, you know, stop keeping it like, oh, I can't let go of the cup. I can't let go of the cup. You know what I mean? I don't know. So what do we need to let go of? The chat. Let's just get like a couple more cards. Oh, we got some. The Seven of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. This is also giving defensiveness. We need to let go of defending our resources. Ugh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I'm kind of paranoid. I hate the Seven of Swords because I hate it when people steal from me. Okay, it's like when it just makes me so mad. Like I have to remind myself, like, you can replace things. Okay, you can replace things. But I think this is like letting go. Letting go of hypervigilance. Okay? Actually, that's beautiful for Virgo. That's beautiful for Virgo because Virgo does struggle with perfectionism when they're struggling. Okay? When they're healthy, they allow some messiness. Okay? They allow a little bit of overflow. All right? Let go of trying to control the emotional flow, right? Being overly controlling and defensive over it, okay? And like protecting the management, the orderliness, like the manifestation of the effort, right? It's kind of like, okay, you know what this is giving? When you're cooking a meal and you need to use like 3 different pans, okay? Let go of the fact that like it's just gonna be messy. Like there's just gonna be a mess. Like the counters are gonna get messy, and like don't get bogged down by the idea that you have to use 3 pans and it's gonna be a mess at the end, and like you're not gonna want to clean it up. Like just let go. Just let it be a mess a little bit, you know? Just like enjoy cooking. Enjoy cooking. But this can be a metaphor for life, right? Let it be a mess, just a little bit, you know? It's okay. Like, Virgo understands that perfectionism isn't the goal. It's a structured, predictable, reliable life that we're looking for to be fulfilled. And so we need to let go of this idea that like every process that we go through is going to be perfect and orderly and line up in the way that we want. And, you know, let go of like severe orderliness and just let it be a little messy. Yes, enjoy the here and now. Thank you, Cindy. Enjoy the here and now and just laugh, you know? Like, we're entering fall, it's the end of summer. Get those sun rays in while you can, okay? Go on walks and let it be a little messy, you know, in the house. Like, it's okay. You're gonna have all winter to tidy up, okay? These are the last weeks of summer. It's okay. Just let it be a little messy, you know? Don't be hard on yourself, okay? I think we need to let go, like, collectively. Let's just let go and enjoy these last weeks of summer if you're in the northern hemisphere, okay? And just like really soak it up and like be emotionally available and not guarded. And because remember, the question was to let go of this. Let go of like complete like physical fulfillment, right? Because your emotions are a little messy. And like if you're overly defensive about this stuff, then you're not ever going to enjoy what's available, and you'll regret it. You'll regret not enjoying the last weeks of summer and being overly concerned with the state of the house when you literally will have like months and months and months during the winter to deal with the state of the house. You know what I mean? Okay, so our shadow work, what we're not addressing is that we should take another look with the Hangman. We should take another look. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to be a little vulnerable, okay? I did cut off communication with my ex, and it was because I just haven't been feeling like emotionally satisfied. And I feel like that's a good enough reason, right? But I miss him. I miss him. What's under this? I miss him and he's stolen a lot of my life. Okay? I was just saying, I don't like the Seven of Swords, and it's showing up in that I'm not addressing it. Maybe I'm not addressing, okay, the Hanged Man is a punishment. Okay? Maybe we're not addressing of what we snook out with or something, and like we have repentance to make towards someone or something. Like if you have any guilty conscience, all right, the Hanged Man is about Pisces, okay, the martyr, repentance. If you feel guilty for anything and you're not addressing it, you need to let go. You need to let go of this, like, I did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong, you know? Because, like, the Hanged Man in your shadow, let's be honest, that means that you are guilty. And it's always good for all relationships to admit when you're wrong, okay? Let's not be like so like worried about being seen as the wrong one, right? Because like we all mess up. Like every single human being in the world has messed up, has made mistakes. And like for me, I maybe should take another look at what I've done in my relationship that wasn't so great. And just, you know, maybe that'll help me heal, and maybe help me also see what he's done that's not so great. and just come to terms with things, right? Once you look back and you're just trying to be objective. You're not trying to judge, you're not trying to condemn. You're just looking back to like grow, right? To like be like, okay, do I see any patterns that I could potentially repeat and then end up in this same position, right? The point of the Hanged Man is to not end up there again, to not be put in this position again, right? So, yeah, collective, just make sure that we have a joyful attitude of, like, I'm evolving. I am not perfect. Virgo knows that functioning systems are never perfect. There's always a cog that's not oiled. There's always something that's breaking. There's always something that went wrong, that isn't quite right. Okay? There's always some disappointment, but that's just life. Life is never going to be the complete 10 of Pentacles all the time. You might experience the 10 of Pentacles every now and then, right? But you cannot maintain the 10 of Pentacles all the time. And that's okay, right? And we forgive ourselves for it, right? We acknowledge, oh yeah, I should have watered the tomato plants. Yeah, during that heat wave, those tomato plants, they didn't get enough water. And if you don't address that, then like, you're just never going to learn that you should, you know, water all your plants more during a heat wave. You're just going to keep making that mistake. And every year you're going to be like, man, why didn't I do that? It's because you didn't do the shadow work of looking back and repenting and being like, you know what? Humbling yourself. You know, that's what it is. It's like during this Virgo season, we're all going to be humbling ourselves a bit. And that's okay. All right? You don't have to cry over it. It doesn't even have to be a big deal. If anyone wants to be an asshole to you about you humbling yourself, tell them to just flip them a bird. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. I'm a Gemini, okay? Keep that in mind. All right, guys. You are all lovely. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subbing. Thank you for liking. I hope I was entertaining all of the stuff that goes in my head. It's a lot. I be yapping. I know. My mom loves to tell me how talkative I am. She's like, how do you talk for that long? I'm like, Mom, I'm a Gemini. That's how. Okay, anyway, though, I am very tired, and I was going to go to the gym, but it's like 3 a.m., and this has gone so much longer. Beehive, check out Carl Jung, spelled J-U-N-G, okay? He explains it, okay? He's an occultist that I really like. I'm going to sign off now, guys. So, I'll miss you. Bye. I hope you all have a blessed evening and day, and stay hydrated, stay sane, stay blessed, and there's another thing I like to say. Oh, I just say namaste. Namaste just means I acknowledge your Holy Spirit within you. I see your wisdom. All right. Peace out, everybody. Bye.